Bogotá is the capital and the largest city in Colombia. It is a conversion point on the popular front all over the country, so it is diverse and cultural, and it combines the old and the modern. The capital of the country has a brilliant location. It is the mountain of an abundant habitat that archives on one of the most beautiful grand landscapes of the continent. Its territory in the subjacent highlands and on the savannas that bears the same name. The city is part of the Andean region, on one of the six regions of the country. Bogotá's Grand Tax, Duis Parks, and the eastern hills that dominate the sanctuaries of the Montserrat and Guadalupe. First cities have a landscape like the one that Bogotan citizens enjoy very days. When their hands is lost in that kind of grandeur that form the Anders monuments in their monuments that rise above the earth. The climate of temperature that you can find in Bogota has low to wind count the extremely location of the city being 2,600 meters. His and hundreds be monument. Its climate of the temperature during the day is temperature weight an average of 19 degrees centigrade, dropping a bit at 9. For this reason, cycling is perfect to enjoy the Bogotan garden. When visit the city, you can marvel at the charm of this architecture in Bogota. You will find how different siblings are mixed, from modern buildings to the castles of the malls on the houses that are authentic colonial treasure. Thanks to this fusion between past and present, in the capital you will find an ideal destination with history, from gastronomy, culture, business, and much more. Here I the culture of the region have a place from the gastronomy of the coffee zone the joy of the Caribbean region passing through the Arctic legacy of the Boyacan and the Valle del Cauca festival. The capital is the union of the best of Colombia and therefore it is a place that you must know. Bogotá, being the city for regions, has multiple plans and activities that make it ideal for tourists. One of them is the discover its past and its importance. Therefore, you can go to the center where you find the Plaza de Bolívar, La Catedral Primavera, and the Casa de Nariño, the acts in the government. You can also visit tourist places such as the La Catedral neighborhood, the heart of the historic center. There you will find large houses built in colonial times, as well as an iconic bohemian atmosphere in the mythical Place del Chor de Cresson, one of the most characteristics of the capital. Weekends week, you can visit important museums such as the National Museum, the Museum of Modern Art in Bogotá, the Malog City and the Technology Museum, and the whole music, beach houses, an important collection of pre-Hispanic cultures. The gastronomy of the city also deserves to be explored and enjoyed. The culture of typical local and foreign food is wide and the region has some of the best in Latin America. You can try the typical dishes of the region such as the ajiaco, the cocido, the tamal of the almombanadas, and three the fruit juices and Colombian desserts that are prepared with in the ingenious ingredients. There are tourist places in Bogota shoes and Montserrat, Elche or Usac, which are some of the best areas of the city and receiving the inhabitants. At visitors with open air and another option is to visit some parks such as the National Park de las Sierras Boulevard. There you can play sport while contemplating nature of the juices down to read above. Also in the shopping areas and center of the Bogota, you can find everything you are looking for. That is why they have become great tourist attraction in the capital. There you will find the best clothing, shoes, accessories, clothing, technology, and ticket and fabric story. The city has near love areas of the reference styles and atmosphere at these parts, sports, cars racing and clubs there, funa dancing are the main factors. On Sundays and holidays, you will have the possibility to enjoy the city while practice sports such as cycling, running, starting or the simply walking along the traditional cyclovia, which has 120 kilometers of the depth extension distance along the main road of the city. In the same way during the sunrise, Sundays and holidays. Do not forget to visit the Las Borregas markets location in Susaken and in the centers of Bogota, spaces that gather in one place books, flags, antiguos, and a wide variety of the that your guide only see there. In addition, there are two areas of the city are unestablished places to visit in the city. Bogota as has a large open air career that brings together the best of the national and international graffiti artists subtracting outdoor of the different models in experts in like to hold.